Oh, darn it. Oh, that got on this. Okay, fair enough. Nice. Nice habit. I like that already. Joshua. My legal name is Joshua. My real name is Otamusima. Failure to call me Otamusima will be reported as elder abuse, as disabled abuse. Understand? Or simply don't use the name at all. When using a name, simply don't use my name when trying to bullshit me. Because you can tell they're trying to bullshit you when they start trying to say your name. I don't know what to use here. That'll work. Oh wow, we got a. What mode is this? Ooh. What mode is this? Oh. Huh. Sorry. Let's use multitasking. Which is my butt. Yeah. Phew. 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 I'm gonna go follow this guy. I'm gonna go follow you. I'm gonna go follow you. We're gonna get through this so fast. Oh, there's his. Hmm. 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 Oh, call who now? It doesn't matter. It's in the process. It's better than not being in the process. So you expect them to get a law degree in 30 days to know how to contact and do all this stuff correctly. That's these parts that are, yeah, y'all keep trying to not teach them how to learn, so then y'all can punish them for not knowing what to do, not knowing how to exist in a way that is going to be profitable to you, excessively profitable in this situation. Because progress is a vast amount of profit. Progress is vastly profitable eventually, though it is rarely profitable initially. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, I be cooking, okay? Okay. it kind of gotta allow the timing to be right, you know. And so if they don't go in when I'm gonna probably die, going trying to light things up, it doesn't work. It doesn't. Oh, your feet. No, you didn't follow up, but it's okay. It probably looked too risky for you because it's gonna require you to probably either get out with a little or that's an Ashton. Ashton, good game. Not enough honors. Okay, pause. Hello. A couple of days ago, the I called the police officers because my hands were full of litter, and I came across a lot of litter in the road, like in an intersection. It was the fireballs, with some broken bottle caps, and I thought, well, this is at the least contributing to the delinquency of minors, possibly drunk driving or contain. I mean, but so I called the police and it's like, hey, why don't y'all start collecting these and you can either take the fingerprints off of them, maybe some DNA. At the very least, you can store them, and then when you find out who they belong to, you can give them back to them and say, hey, you either start throwing these away or we're gonna have to charge you for all these litter, like all these counts of litter. And every piece of plastic that got run over and broke is now an individual. Wow. That's funny. They do not want to report this stuff. Okay, let's try a national news service. National news service. Um, States willing to discuss non-physical police brutality. Okay. Hmm. No, that's where I live. We're not allowed to go up there. That's fucking what's her name's place, and she shouldn't even be here on the weekdays. PBS. Huh. No, I'm not trying to share shit. Discard. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, it has voice chat. They've got email. Or a bait. Where did you put the? Oh, take the. Just finished off doing this. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. uh, Ha. Ha. What? What? Okay. Ha. Mm. Hello?
What are you doing?
You can look. You don't have to ask. You can look. What are you?
Why?
This is a weird question. What's up?
Oh, no, that was. I'm gonna get that.
Oh, here. You don't have to open it and close it, right? Okay, want to get it?
Huh?
Or go through it, or what?
What?
You getting it?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you? Oh, want some water?
Yeah.
You got that water. But I keep forgetting to give JM some of this water to try. And I started using more bottles so that way I don't run out. Because I noticed the animals are drinking the water too. Like they drink it fast. Because I'm using the same water for them too.
That's crazy.
And it's just letting the chlorine and stuff evaporate out.
Oh, cool.
That's all it's doing.
Cool. Can I hit your little pin down here?
What?
Can I hit your pin?
You hit my pin. I've got a second one that I was gonna. This is but this is the Hit that one first. Once, please. Because that was low. It's the jet fuel. And yeah, that's that habit with the leaving the little bit of smoke there. That's like for looks and stuff. That's what your dealer wants you to do, so you spend more on drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what the TV wants you to do, so you spend more on everything. And
crap.
Yeah, it's okay. It takes for your body to like learn to do it different.
Yeah.
But one of the ways to do it is when you're vaping, let go a second before you're done.
Oh, okay.
And because it does still have heat.
So hold it and then let go?
Let go about a second before you're done inhaling. Don't start it a second before you start.
Okay, show me how to do it. Oh, I don't know if I can hit it that hard.
But basically, yeah. Inhale when you push the button, and then let go of the button before you're done.
Like
inhaling.
that?
No, because you still had like whenever you let go, there's still stuff coming out. So let go
it
of
makes
the
you
button.
think too, cause
But let go of the button and then finish the inhale. But still inhale. And now, yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
I like those a lot.
Delta8resellers.com. $27. Buy one, get one free.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5 grams. They're not always going to be buy one, get one free, but they'll probably replace it with something.
Something, yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, there's another website that I use that's 7 grams for $60.
Dang.
Which is about the same amount. But then you get like 20 to 40% off, so it ends up being like $40.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Oh.
The liquors, the classic mark sold some that were called Cake, and they had CBD in them
those
as well.
Those were good.
Because they were these, but they also had CBD in all.
Yeah, those were really good.
So good.
I love the Cake ones.
They were easy to use a lot of, but they were also easy to hold back on somewhat.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. I like those.
The extra stuff. Like in Colorado, 65% THC wax, and I was using less than when I went to Illinois, where it was 85% THC wax. Because it's like your body's not getting something, so it tries to smoke more.
Yeah.
It's like when people are pregnant and they crave ice cream, they're more like craving milk or dairy for like proteins and nutrients.
Stuff.
But then also ice cream's good, so I mean, it has all that stuff in it, so.
I love ice cream.
But like the cravings and stuff for some people, when they only have one specific food, then they end up.
It's different.
Yeah, they gotta be careful.
I think I pissed so off.
Why? I mean, you don't have to say the specifics like of his part, but like, why do you think they pissed him off? Did you have a?
I didn't talk to him last night.
That's why you keep the phone. Or that's also one of the issues with our communication people thing. It's not always that they're pissed off; it's that they're trying to think what to say next, maybe.
Right.
And then to avoid being pissed off, which it can seem like they're pissed off.
Oh yeah.
And they may be pissed off, but not at you, but at the actual stuff they're talking about or the topic.
Right, because they kind of freeze you out sometimes.
Everybody
I call it that. Yeah, I don't know what it really is, but I call it that.
I want to say both of those bags would fit in that one backpack.
That's
why I like the surplus stuff.
That big one?
Yeah.
I'm
not trying to offer it. I'm trying to say that.
I need one of those though.
Yeah,
that
that's why we don't have recycling in this location. They don't want anybody to have anything. And then the people who do have stuff make sure they damage it and throw it away before they. And instead of dropping it off where everybody can have it, because then nobody's going to work for me. Well, you don't pay them as much as you get paid, so they can't afford to work for you in the first place.
Right, you can't afford it, dude.
Well, I earned my position. No, you stepped on people to get to your position.
Oh, that's terrible.
There's a difference.
Or somebody stepped down and gave you.
Yeah, nepotism. I'm not against nepotism, but when you train your kids correctly, like that's what the Bible, they're supposed to be trained like as groups of people rather than this whole.
I'm here and he's there. She's
there's
there.
always somebody else to do your job. Okay, well then that's not the right job for me, obviously.
I hate when people say, "Oh, you're replaceable."
That's
you know, it's like
that means you're not paying me enough to be here. And so are you. That's actually, and so are you. Good days.
Right, I should say that, but I don't ever think I'm the.
Well,
Usually
I
I'm
wouldn't
like,
have
oh
thought that.
my god,
I
my
don't think
heart.
about that stuff in the moment, so that's why I try to remember it when I
Right.
think of it.
I'm like, I'm gonna write you a letter because it's gonna take me a while to
I've done that
fucking
before, and
remember.
I'm gonna walk off and I'm gonna type to you on Facebook or the Texas 1809. They told me to go to there in person and make the complaint, but then they did a trespassing charge because I made the complaint. So then I went back and told them on Facebook, hey, what church do you go to? We need to talk about this like the church in the Bible says.
Oh my god.
It's
got trespassed from there.
yeah,
What's
specifically for that, but that's okay because it shows how bad these police officers. And there's this 30-day rule to put this thing, but in my case, it's ongoing. There's no statute of limitations for ongoing issues.
Cases, yeah.
And so I'm thankful for that, but I'm also bothered that they won't simply apologize and do different.
Yeah.
Because that's all repentance isn't confession and do the same thing. That's why gangsters were in the Prohibition were Catholics.
You have to speak it to another person so
Well,
that you
have to speak out loud, but choose to do different.
Yeah.
But yet, generally, if you did wrong to somebody and that person's alive, apologize to them.
Sorry.
If they're not alive, apologize to their family or neighbors.
That's true.
Like apologize as loud as you made the mistake. Because then, like, if you made the thought about something, then apologize in your thought. If you actually did some revenge on something, then you go and apologize and help them clean up the revenge.
Yeah. That's the thing. Cleaning it up.
I went to Lubbock. I was in Slayton for a couple of years, for a few months at a time, but I started off in Slayton for 8 years.
Really?
Yeah, 40 years ago. 41 years ago. So I was going to my psych appointment in Lubbock, and I put my cigarette out the window, not thinking of it, but then because everybody's doing it.
Right. You just did it in the moment.
Yeah, and so on the way back, I noticed there's a burn section of grass. About the same area, like I don't know if it's the exact same, but in the close enough area where I flicked that cigarette out to trigger that's my last litter. Because that's no longer litter, that's litter and arson.
Oh.
So yeah, that's a big time. Yeah, so
that's a big truck.
That's why I started carrying the second box of cigarettes. They were empty,
so you can
and I put my butts in there.
Hey, that's a good idea.
And then I started I could have a couple butts in there, and then put the half cigarette that I was done smoking with in there, and then
have it for that.
And then I started walking to the store to get the cigarette. Of course, it's telling you I walk to the store to get the cigarettes anyways, right? But,
I walk it all the time.
Joe says he can walk to Levelland in about 14 hours, 16 hours, and that's impressive.
It's fucking crazy.
I don't know if you can do it every time, but that's pretty impressive.
That's insane.
But that's something that they try to discourage in this area because it lets people be self-sufficient. But it shouldn't be encouraged for that to be your only method. There should be a bus.
Right. Or a van that comes.
Or bicycles, like why don't they? Because I wonder how far you can go on a bicycle.
Well, if he could go, how many hours you say?
I said 14 or 16 when he
So I bet the bike cuts it a fourth of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe
it'll take me 12 hours to walk to Lubbock or walk back.
Yeah.
12 to 15.
It really only takes.
A bike. It takes me two to 2.5 to get there, but it takes me like 5 to 6 to get back still.
Oh yeah. Because you're tired by that time.
Yeah.
That's what I used to walk to work from the other side of town, walk all the way to work over here, and by the time I got there, I was like, oh god, I don't want to do shit. I'm so tired.
But that's only the first couple times, and then you get to where you can do stuff more, and that's good. So if we moved our legs as fast as ants, we'd go like 50 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour. That's like in the Left Behind books. Everybody starts running like just so fast because they get reset to factory settings.
Oh yeah.
And but then we start off as kids as factory settings, but we keep pulling each other into. You're not supposed to do that. You're like a nerd. Well, by doing that, it keeps you healthy.
Yeah.
And we all forget that. I've forgotten so much. I'm trying to get back to remembering as much as. Like the not walking on shoes or.
Yeah, I do that.
But even then, I'll walk out there barefoot and then come out. I need to start cleaning my feet better
Ah,
because that's the same thing at that point. Carrying
I
washing
had
shoes.
some
I've got wipes that I use,
Oh, okay.
flushable
I was
wipes.
like, I have some.
Appreciate the offer.
Yes. Anytime.
And also, if you can keep it in more, because it makes use of you don't have to do that after you smoke. Do it before, because after you smoke, the next person's turn to take care of that. And that's I've noticed
to clear it out.
It helps me not handle my stuff so much, because all you're doing after you smoke it is making it more. Because your lips aren't dirty.
No.
Yeah. And you didn't put the hair there. Like the hair was
No, I don't know what that. I guess it's from being on the floor.
It's possibly. It's also this dust in Texas.
Oh, it's horrible.
That's why the city workers should not ever wash their vehicles. That is misuse of funds. And then, like I told them, like you miswatering the thing is what's causing our prices to rise. You don't pay for it. What the? Yes, we are. That's exactly where the money's coming from.
We are paying for.
We're paying you so you can not misuse it. And then they've got the grass that's all pretty and green, and it's that grass that uses so much water to stay that way.
There is a sod though that it's like a succulent. You know, it doesn't take that much water. You know.
There's kudzu is edible. Kudzu.
Oh really?
Kudzu.
I didn't know it was edible.
And then duckweed is edible. And that's for so you can grow stuff on the water. It stops the water from evaporating as much.
What's duckweed?
I don't know what the real name is, but they call it weed to try to say it's bad.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But if you call it duckweed, a lot of people will know what it means. But it's like the not lily pads, but like the little bitty tiny like clover looking things, but on water.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And then kudzu has a little like vine flower type thing, but it's still I don't know. It doesn't look like a vine normally do though, but it's a creeper.
It's a creeper.
Like 2 millimeters or 2 centimeters a day. But it also splits in all its nodes at least once a day.
What?
So, fast. Yeah, and it's edible. And they don't want us to know about that.
Would be cool.
Grow that while you're growing the cotton and stuff, because when the cotton's dead, you've got that to harvest next. But then the prices go down, so then the taxes go down, because that's why you shouldn't be using taxes to fund your government.
Fund your shit.
The Tao Te Ching book. There's a book called The Art of War. And even Americans that are redneck know that once they read it, it's still good information, like inbreeders and stuff. Like, wow.
The inbreeders? What the fuck?
Because they're dumb. Like, they think that only their way matters, but they can tell that they're, like, even Harry Potter. You don't inbreed because it fucks up your body. Like, it's like all the purebred magicians were starting to look gross. Like the fucking villain. He was pure, like, he wasn't, but he still started looking like. That's a jab at racists, and like, so if the KKK were called pink supremacists, do you think they'd be less racist? No, that's a question. Think about this. If the KKK were called pink supremacists, would they eventually be less racist? And would they maybe be happier?
I don't.
Because they'd be more honest though, because they're not white. This isn't white. Like, we're not our skin.
Well, yeah, but I don't think so.
Right.
Because they're that way, like
maybe, but then at least if they start getting asked the question, would you be less hateful if we called you pink supremacist? Maybe they're. I'm
gonna do that
because they need help. They need help, or they're gonna kill themselves. Like that's they're gonna inbreed themselves to death.
Yeah.
They're cultivating. It's like what dogs do. They do the dogs, like pugs and stuff, and they have breathing issues. And, oh, they're cute. Gross. Like weeds are all flowers were once weeds, but then you made them into flowers, and you took out their hardiness and made them reliant on you. Like you gave them Stockholm syndrome. That's not fashion. That's not beauty. That's Stockholm syndrome. It's sadism, masochism.
Yes, it is.
The golden rule: treat everyone like you want to be treated. Does not apply to sadists or does not apply to masochists, the people who get off on getting hurt.
Yeah, because
it's not that they're not people and shouldn't be treated kindly. It's simply you've got to make some specific caveats because your lifestyle is drastically different than some other people's lifestyles. The consent might have. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was getting into the overshare or over-explain part because you already like I was simply going to do like some summarization, so I cut you. That's why I said the sorry part.
You can talk as long as you want. I don't care. I
But
mean, like,
if I don't stop talking, then that part gets kind of not retained type thing.
Mhm.
So it's like, that's cool, but then, what did they say again?
Oh yeah, I do that anyway.
Right. But everybody does. Like, I started picturing it, so I'm drawing it out where like the mind. I'm gonna do like a cartoon, like where the mind thinks is dumping the ideas, like how they do the trains drops the. So it's dropping the mind cards and ideas. The mind cards go into the person's ear, and it spirals down, and like all the work and stuff eventually comes out through their hands and feet. It's to get people thinking about. You don't need you tell someone right then, and then you're expecting immediate results. You gotta let them
do it.
Yeah, let them think about it, permeate their well, not, and they know the good stuff, but then I don't know. These are for
I thought it was soap.
pushing out. It looked okay,
right? Or
right?
white out.
They've started making shampoo bottles out of soap.
What?
You clip off the top and you can pull the shampoo out, and then when you're done using it, it's soap. That's not soap. That's for it's a pressure. You press it on your nose, and it gets that stuff out.
Oh hell!
But I don't know if it's a good thing because it might make that stuff bigger and more. I've already got one. If you
okay. Oh yeah,
add it
I
to
like
your
that.
stuff
That's
or not.
cool.
Yes. This is your water as well.
Oh.
But then don't drink it because I got more water, and we can pour more water in there. If you
oh, okay. I was like, what? What did you do?
No, it's because that's your water to take. So then, rather than I'm gonna step over
here. Yeah, probably better.
Okay. So much easier with the second person because all I had to do was pour, and all you had to do is not all. I mean, I gotta not pour too much, and then you gotta. That's enough to. Don't drink that. Drink that.
Oh.
Because you can cap that.
Take it with me, yeah.
And I gotta make sure to cap it here. Let me. Here. Sorry. I should have not given you that before I had.
Oh, it's fine.
Because then it's
hard.
And I'm gonna step in.
I was trying to get out of your way.
Well, yeah. It was. I should have waited for you to make more space too, because this area is the heavily scented area, and I have the jacket on, but that's still no. It's a better habit to wait. Yeah. I'll work on that too. So I like talking to people who are also interested in doing better because everything is like the Groundhog Day. So on the second day, because like he wakes up, well, if they did a sequel, then what if it happens that everybody has Groundhog Day? Mm-hmm. And so like everything progresses after its perfect moment. Like that's when I think he got to go to the next day because he lived the best he could that day. And so then like quantum or multiverses and stuff like that, the God and stuff's trying to get us all closer to that, to where we're working to make each day better.
Yeah, instead of tearing each other down.
Yeah, if I can make you feel bad, you're more willing to do the chores for me.
Exactly.
I can't pay enough for it.
And I'm not. I hate people who feel sorry for me. Like
I started using dislike because hate.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't think hate really exists. I think it's what we call a collection of emotions. If we put one name on it. Hateful actions, I think, exist, but only because we don't yet know about having multiple emotions at the same time.
What is that? Multiple emotions.
People say, "How are you feeling?" Do you have time to take a list? What's the main feeling? That doesn't exist. Like I can call one into effect and have you feel one. That doesn't work for me. Like it's gross. It's trying to oversimplify things and also overcomplicate things at the same time. I've got to remember to lock see the lock on the bicycle. I unscrewed it to change the tire, to rotate the tires. That one you gotta take off. The other ones you don't. That's okay. That's easy to take off.
I didn't know. That's cool.
But then, yeah, I'm taking it off.
That's so cool.
I like it because when people put the stuff together themselves, like through high school, and I don't think we should graduate high school at 25, but by the time you're done graduating high school, you've made your own car, or you've made your own vehicle of preference, and that's because you've had time to try out all the vehicles around town that you've used to get to one job or another. like the loud trucks, no problems with it until I have to hear it.
Oh
And
yeah.
like so, like all this when they start racing stuff out the town, they need to be doing it way away. Like
Yeah, because I can still hear it.
yes, and people need to start calling the police about it because if they do and let them know, and it's not only me doing it.
I don't think they care because I've done it. I'm like, man.
I think that's why they think they don't care is because I've done it and want to still be able to do it myself. That's good. But
no,
also,
I mean not race. I have complained about it before because sometimes they'll shoot down.
Sometimes they do, and because they are trying to catch people speeding to get money from them, and then that all that sound and stuff, it is exhibition of acceleration. So it's called when you spin your tires.
Huh?
They gun their engine and that's same thing.
Really?
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm thankful that the police officer didn't give me a ticket for it. When I spun my tires the first time, or I was spinning my tires a lot because I could do it, and I didn't know it was so loud. Like, because I've heard it on TV, like, and it's loud, but in the cab of the vehicle, you don't hear that, and so I didn't realize. Yeah, so thankfully, he told me I stopped doing it. But then I also stopped like playing my bass loud because I realized that they can all feel that when I stopped driving the truck. Like I didn't because the truck was made to. Why do
you didn't like the.
Fuck no, it's obnoxious, and I drive. I want to be able to drive, be free, and that's not free because you're forcing yourself on other people. You're calling attention to yourself when you're trying to go fast too. I like to go fast. I don't want to be so that we can hear them going this way.
This way, yeah, because it's a tempo.
And then the next city over, yeah, we can hear them now too, and they're 5-10 miles. You know, the cities are 20 miles apart, but you can be heard 10 miles away. Doesn't make sense, but then that's why they want the fad that way. So once you have committed enough crimes to be like $50,000 to be felons, then they catch you. Then they stop you and say, "Hey."
Oh yeah,
because they let you do all. Yeah, we've got a list of shit. Well, if you would have stopped me from running the red light 20 years ago,
I never would have started.
I sprinkled water on me too, but thankfully I've learned that it's water. It's Texas. It's driving. I do too. It's okay. The thing is to make note and what to do different, or at least what not to do the same.
Right.
Because that's what people are like. The people trying to medicate people for saying they're doing the same thing over. They are not noticing what that person's doing different.
Yeah, there might be a little thing.
And especially that person trying to do something new physically, it might look like they're doing the same thing 5 times because they're trying to get their muscles to move differently, and it takes them 6 times to do it. And 6 is a low number in some cases. Like people doing backflips on a trampoline and stuff like that.
Oh, so you know.
That gym over there closed because they weren't teaching people how to do it correctly. And so people couldn't afford to ever stay there because when you tell, like you weren't teaching them to jump up and down and land up and down straight before they do flips so that people were getting hurt. They don't want to, there's no reason for them to learn there anymore.
Yeah.
And now they're going to let it sit and do nothing for. And like all these empty buildings, that's all, like all the people here that, oh, they're doing nothing. Because you've got our buildings hostage. All our buildings where we could be working. Like, hey, what do you need today? What do you do here? What do you need today? Well, I've got, like, you came in for a reason. What are you specifically looking for? And I'll look it up on eBay or on YouTube or Google, like, Instructables. They're like, this is how you do it. And I'll what's your phone? And we'll message it to you. Or here, write this website down. Yeah. It doesn't have to cost anything. Because then I'll have my room upstairs or something, or I'll have my shit.
Really?
That's what it would be like. But they want everybody to like pay from their existence from the start, be in debt from the start.
Well, I think water and air should be free because it's
good
a necessity.
Water and good air.
But it's a necessity.
But also, there's 5 necessities for humans, and one of those 5 necessities is an adequate space to exist.
Yeah, that's true.
So don't sell yourself short on simply only water and air, because that's good, yes. But humans, I mean, everything.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm not trying to make you feel
thank
bad.
Thank you for doing that.
Trying to let you be aware of it.
Yeah, thank you for doing that though.
Because I've noticed. And I also work on my facial expressions somewhat, but because we're supposed to look like our surroundings and sound like our surroundings, so they don't hurt like kill us as babies. That's why babies are cute, so they don't get killed when they're inconvenient. And we forget that as people. And then we've been trying to overwork the parents and undereducate the children.
Some of them are pretty damn educated, though. I have to
they seem smart, but they've only been educated for specific.
It's a
So
certain
any,
amount of time.
like my throat has these bumps in the back of that. From allergies so much is my assumption.
Oh, the dream.
Like I don't know if you know. Try to get some sunlight. Or get to this spot where you can see. Flashlight, actually. Okay. Well, turn the light off. It's got a motion sensor.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh. And look at the top of my tongue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bump type thing, and then it'll go down the throat a little bit. But then, so the physician, rather than say, "Let me look that up," they said, "No, it's okay."
Mm.
But then the person who I keep asking about it though, because the next person they'll say, "Yeah, you should get that checked out."
Yeah.
And that means that person needs to have more. They were supposed to have continuing education for medical stuff. But
yes.
they're not able to do it because they don't have time. They gotta do this. Well, stop going on vacation. Because that's tourist traps. You're going on vacation to a tourist trap. You know that's wrong, but you're still doing it to show off your wealth. But then that wealth you're showing off is your kid's college education. And then you talk yourself into, well, my kid's not going to be anything, so I don't need to pay for their college. Well, that's why the kid didn't be anything, because you didn't pay for his college.
Yeah.
And then later on, when you make the mistake and you need $100 grand, like a loan, your kid's not a doctor to give you that loan.
To give you that.
They're yeah.
That's funny.
It's kismet.
It's what?
Kismet, Kismet. I don't think that's actually kismet. That's Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is where you get pleasure off somebody's mistakes, and I'm not going to do that. So yeah.
Oh no.
Let's see. But it's also a compounding, like butterfly effect. That's what it's called, butterfly effect. Because you stepped on the wrong butterfly, or you actually stepped on the butterfly instead of choosing not to. Like he was trying to teach me to walk without looking down. Well, that makes me easier to get tripped for one thing, but it also stops me from not stepping on ants. And so it looks like you've got more pride in yourself. Well, I'm fine in myself. I don't need to look like anything for you.
To put it up.
And it screws up our kids, because then they're trying to cultivate us to be on TV.
Right.
Rather than we can.
I try to make my kid, and I did. They trusted me, to come confide in me or whatever, or to just anything.
What did you feel about Santa Claus?
They could come tell me.
Did you do Santa Claus, or how did you handle Santa Claus?
We did it up until I think Joey was 13.
Okay. Well, how did he know about Santa Claus? What did he
feel about Santa Claus?
Because
it was not a good time when he found out.
So he thought Santa Claus was real the whole time.
Forever.
I feel bad, because y'all probably felt guilty but not giving him the stuff he wanted, right? Because that's what I assume Santa Claus is for. Because then the parents lying to the kid that this thing they all, I want world peace. Oh shit. What the fuck have we done? And rather than admit that right then they this is what you want. This is what you want. The kid's like, this is not what I wanted. What the fuck, Santa? And then they find out that you've been lying to me this whole time. You could have been using that money for other things this whole time. I don't know. I don't see it ever going well for anybody, except for the stores and the psychiatrists.
Yeah, that's true. I wish I had.
But it's not too late. That's all the ways the thing. It's not too late. It's like. So I gave my kid a black eye when she was 8 months old, because I had postpartum depression and was strangling them. She's still alive, thankfully. She's 13, but I strangled her one night because she made this scream thing, and it's happened to since then it had, but then after that it happened again to like a cat, because the cat's still alive too, thankfully. But then I am very careful when I wash a cat, because I said, hey, I talk more about it and stuff, and when they say things, careful, because that helps them realize, okay, this was necessary, especially when they start feeling like I use warmer water now, slightly like not hot water, but not cold, but because they made this like sound, it's like, this is my spot, and it triggered this, no, this is not your spot type effect in my brain, and So I'm thinking that's what happened with the child. She was trying to make some sound like what is going on because it was dark and it was the nighttime changing. And so after that happened the first time, I told the ex like we gotta start changing the diapers together all the time to make sure we don't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And but then it was still it turned out she was trying to watch me fail. Like I started doing things
Oh.
my parent did with me, like with the food. I try to like pinch her in a way so she's not hungry. And I caught myself doing that, and I could tell she was seeing that, but there was no discussions of it. Like, and so I didn't know how to say anything to where I wouldn't get in trouble, which is cowardice. I should have told my therapist, but then I ended up getting her a black eye, and so she would
Oh.
get taken out of our custody, or at least we would get supervision, because that's what it means is that the person needs somebody else like there. So there's always two people with that person.
To line them up.
But then if it's the wrong two people, it goes bad. But then
Oh.
usually that's why the overlapping happens. Like you got the 3 to 5 people in a rotational shift.
Yeah. Take turns.
And, and it doesn't have to be with singular people, but it doesn't need to be with more than 4 or 5 people at a time,
Oh, yeah.
4 or 5 children at a time. Like foster families get big, and then they're not listening to the children fucking in their rooms and stuff like that.
There's no way. I mean, I had 9 at one time, but it was one of my exes had kids and then my kids. And like it was hard to give them all the attention and spend time with them because you're always doing something.
It's not difficult so long as adequate time is spent learning about each of them.
Yeah.
In turn, and that's not being done because they think, well, we like it's weak genetics to have allergies, but then the people started getting sick in the minds because of lack of ventilation. And that's not weak genetics. That's humans showing you that you're doing things wrong. Because if you don't listen to it, like when you start putting people in sardine cans, like in the 1800s, you get the plague. Well, it was the rats. No, it was unkempt.
Dude, like
it was the overlapping.
Yeah. Being away from there and then going back, it's like what the fuck?
But it's okay because you can also start taking notes of the differences, like maybe a little bit of ventilation, because that'll be a drastic difference. Because that air is not oxygen enriched anymore.
Over there?
You know, if you're coming that coated with tobacco, and yours was mild.
Oh
like
yeah.
JM a couple weeks ago came in. It was you could tell. And I should have. I'm only talking to you not to gossip, but to remind myself to mention that to him. That one night you had a really heavy scent of tobacco. Was there something heavy that night that you can avoid doing, or like to not do that much tobacco or something? I don't know, because I don't know how to word it to where it'll actually benefit them because it's so much assumptions. Because it's basically like all I need to say is you had a heavy scent of tobacco that night before that cold night. Because that he might have been able to word things better, and then it would have. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's doing well, it seems, but it's all. We all seem we're doing well, but then we all seem we're really close to not doing well, and then we.
Really close to falling on the ground again or something?
Do you remember flying in your dreams?
Flying? I don't know that I ever flew, but I like jumped. I could jump real high, you know. And then I fell off the building one time and it scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
I did not hit the ground.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's good, right? Have you seen Vanilla Sky?
Yes, I have.
I think that's it's the Matrix also.
Oh,
where it does the jump and
that's probably where I got it from.
That's a good one. Maybe, but maybe they got it from not from you, but
like
from that story from other people. How about water? Do you ever breathe underwater? Or do you ever do that?
Try to breathe underwater?
No, not out here, but in dreams.
Oh, yeah, I thought I was drowning one time, and then there was another time that I was swimming.
That sucks. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was assuming that
my mind is always bad. Anyway,
did it wake you up?
Yeah.
And did you notice did you wake up at a good time, or did it stop anything else from happening by waking up at that time?
Nah, I was pretty much alone. Like I was sleeping in a bedroom by myself, and I thought I was
Sometimes it can be a sign of sleep apnea.
Oh.
But I'm not saying always, but if you do have that dream a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It was a sign of sleep apnea.
Well, the waking up, and then I'm assuming that dream can, because like the pee dream,
I was like,
and when you have the pee dreams, and then if you don't catch yourself at that first felting of warmth, you end up peeing the bed.
Like, oh yeah, I have peed because I thought I was peeing in the dream.
I had to learn so in the first CPS part of it, because they ended up they cut off my visit, but the person who's like our liaison trying to teach us stuff or make sure we knew stuff, she kept saying that the the only thing the child can control is their bladder. And it's like, she said it twice, and I was like, that doesn't make sense, because I couldn't pee, I wet the bed until I was in junior high. And even then, I still had issues later on in life, not as frequently, thankfully, but every decade, I'm allowed to pee my bed at least once before I need to.
Everybody has an accident,
It's also
one time
when you start going
another.
with antipsychotics, and antidepressants, like the first part might be free, but I wouldn't trust any of them for a few days at least, for a few weeks until it activates. But then in your case, I'm not saying your case to make it personal, but I mean, so how I'll say it is, I've also heard that it can affect the urinary tract as well.
Yes,
and so thank you for that, because I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it does do that.
And so if you had used if you knew it was temporary and you could use some Depends for like a week or two.
If I kept doing it, I would wear something.
Because that might could get, like, if you were using that and gabapentin, but then you could also use less and less gabapentin if you use CBD and cannabis.
Really?
Yeah. I don't use any gabapentin.
Huh.
But I use like one of these like every 2 weeks maybe, or every.
That does help.
I could use it less, but then also I use the CBD tincture.
I don't think CBD is that great.
Oh, are you good at regulating your doses?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I got a new bottle for you. Okay. And it says half a milliliter, but quarter milliliter. For the first week, twice a day. Then after that, once a day.
Okay.
And then you should notice in about 5 days that simply things don't hurt as it's not so much that they don't hurt, is that you can actively feel it will feel better if you exercise, if you work them out.
Right.
Not so much exercise, wrong word, but strict work them out. And that's like why when people have a good rip of weed and then they kind of start cracking their bone.
Yeah.
It's because they realize they can continue to move. They simply their neighbors and their ages are watching them die so they can take their property.
Oh.
And I'm not trying to be so dark, but that is exactly what's happened. Every time we don't say anything, I tell people about this. There's splinters that I see of them, so they can help me with my board before it gets too big for any of us. The Bible is backwards a bit in some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Or at least they're not. Don't pick at people's splinters when you have a board in your eye. Doesn't mean don't pick it. It means be responsible for what they do back, because if you're trying to help them, it's gonna come back. And,
definitely.
Karma
is what I call it.
Okay, so try I can even leave it here if that'll help, but if you want to keep it with you, that's fine too.
Yeah, you probably leave it here because it'll get stolen.
Well, do half a milliliter, and then once a day, and then after a week we'll do quarter milliliter. And it's oily, it's an oil taste, so it doesn't taste like weed.
Really?
Yeah, just kind of switch it around in your mouth and forget about it. Don't try to swallow for 30 seconds, but
it's under my tongue.
Okay, that one.
That tastes good.
It doesn't taste bad, right? It's This definitely got the oily stuff. But then So this is my bottle, and I've got to get. Oh, see, I've still got a lot. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, no,
I have in there. But I had mine already today because I had the cat. Today's a wet food day for the cat. And
ooh, that makes the food wet sometimes.
And so I do my quarter milliliter, and then which is like that, and then that little bit there, and then that I'll put on the wet food.
Huh.
He's got some teeth issues, and I'm doing some sodium bicarbonate water additive.
Oh wow.
To,
You're so smart.
I hope it works though. That's the thing. But then I measured it by weight. Like I'm using a quarter milliliter, so that cat's like a 15th of my weight. So like a 20th simply to be safe.
What do you got there?
This is the sodium bicarbonate.
Oh, I was
stuff.
like.
But you put like
Ooh.
that much of the capful into their water.
Oh.
And it makes their plaque kind of chalkier, I guess. Because I'll put it in my water and I'll swish around, then spit it out, then I'll swish around and swallow it because they're drinking it too. I need to get more. But this is like $14. Oh, with that, dentist wants to pull teeth rather than clean the teeth and let them heal.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Because they get more money from if they pull the teeth, that means that they've got to supply fluids because the teeth are going to bleed. Whereas if they clean the teeth, they don't got to supply fluids.
Well, there's some dentists that they won't pull the teeth because, I feel like it's because if they don't have teeth, then
I don't want the
there's
teeth
no
pulled.
job for them. You know what I mean? Like if they pull the teeth,
okay.
they
Well, in this case, they're doing both. They're cleaning, so you charge to clean it, and they're also charging to pull. And they'll pull. They might not pull all the teeth, but I don't want teeth pulled because they don't need to be pulled. In humans, I think we should. I don't know. I got my teeth pulled. I got like two on each back here, and one back here. I need to get this one pulled. This one's not bad though, but I can still tell I'm not maintaining it correctly, and it's going to cause an issue.
Yeah, they broke my jaw when they pulled my wisdom tooth.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah,
But it was that because it was like had a.
I don't.
Like,
they were so deep in there that they had to. And they told me, they were like, "We're gonna have to break your."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "What?" But that was cool.
Why did they have to get it out at that moment?
I was doing dental. I had teeth at one time.
But why did they have to take that specific tooth out?
They have to take them all out because of the plate.
Okay, so like why did they have to use a plate though? Oh, at that time
to hold your teeth.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because now they have the implants things now.
Yeah, I want to try those.
You should be able to get that with your insurance. But that covers that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like it'll be like two or three screws or 3 or 4 or something, and they're either magnetic or something like it snaps on. But yeah.
I think they gotta be magnetic.
It'll either be like a snap or magnet, or like the magnet is so strong it snaps.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Because those magnets are strong, and then you kind of have to slide it out a little bit to get it out, maybe, or I don't know. But I hope that's better because it seems like it's less to irritate your mouth with. It will probably take some issue with the slight. Because I'm seeing 2 on each side. So there might be like a little bit more pressure than you're accustomed. But I bet it's not going to be much to.
It might be uncomfortable for a minute, but I'll get used to it.
Like any minute.
Yeah, that's how I did it last time.
Okay.
What's funny?
And that would have prevented them having to break your jaw. Well, I mean, I think that's why they do this. They have to do the bad stuff. They don't have to, but in doing the bad stuff too much, it's like me telling a bad joke.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to either work on the wording drastically, or, and I tell the joke if it's an offensive joke, I tell it to the people that it's aimed at. They're more likely to be offended.
Why would you do that?
To build up that, to find out if the humor's worth any sort of to take out the negativity, to find out if the humor's worth it, and then to get to that, it's not worth it point faster.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to get to it faster with people who are also trying to actively offend people.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that's not.
I'm not actively trying to offend people either. Just I don't.
Yeah.
No filter.
I don't cause problems. I attract them. There is a difference.
Oh yeah.
There is. It's a big difference too. Oops.
I attract all the wrong things.
No, it's not. Okay, so Jesus though.
What did he take to the?
He went to all the places that needed it. So it's not your attraction.
It's so funny because I tell people that.
And I'm not trying to say you're Jesus or we're Jesus. I'm trying to say in efforts to be like Jesus,
You have to.
you have to be like Jesus.
And you gotta go.
Don't have to, I don't think you have to walk because you can bring everything to you. But sometimes you're gonna have to walk because God doesn't promise you houses. Definitely promises you calluses though.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think they don't not promise you houses. It's simply a I haven't. They actually promise you your inheritance back after about 50 years. By 50, you're supposed to get your inheritance.
50.
Like you're supposed to get your property back.
I'm getting old and low. About
Supposed
50.
to get your stuff back.
No.
Have your space to exist.
Yeah. That's what I need.
But then that's also for the people. You know, you guys don't lie.
There's no
don't
honest
cheat,
people anymore. Like,
hey.
well, okay.
We try. We try. But then sarcasm.
Yeah,
without
there's a little
dishonesty,
circle.
there wouldn't be fiction movies.
Well, yeah.
So like, life would probably suck without the Marvel Avengers and stuff like that.
But when you help people, like, and they start taking advantage of it, yeah, and they're just.
But that's from the Salem witch trials. So people are scared. Like biology, most of our biology information, ology is study of, bio is life, is actually from studying death, like cadaver shit. So we're too scared to call it necrology though. But by not separating the two and saying necrology is cadavers, biology babies, it's causing this fucking nasty just dishonest. Yeah, it's helping
everybody.
Like they're trying to get humans to breed faster, like saying sex and yesers backwards. The whole adult movies, like how the adult with
they
pornography.
Put everything out there,
and then they put it's all fake porn too, like and it's all to make you all like to make us all unhappy and. From what? From what it is. But we have access to lots of stuff. And
well, at one point you have to learn to be happy in a bad situation.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think that's always necessary because there's not always going to be bad situations.
Well, like
there's going to be uncomfortable situations.
No, but I'm saying smile in that situation too. You know, don't ignore
your
feelings.
Do the work and correct the issue so it doesn't remain a bad situation.
Right. Turn it around because if
nobody
else is doing it.
People are trying to say you're always going to be dealt with bad situations. Get over it. Ignore it. No, not
ignore it. No, not at all.
That's the part with the splinters and the boards. If we're better about like
controlling
like
your own
the deodorant and the
perfume
stuff.
Yeah.
By forcing everybody to say that it's proper to wear that stuff or hygienic, it's not cleaner at all. It's causing you issues with your body. You're also not able to tell each other, hey, you smell different today.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing. You're not trying to make fun of them. You're trying to find out what's been happening over the past couple of days. That like, are you stressing? Are you eating something different? It doesn't smell bad, or it does smell like you're stressing. Like, because all that can.
Oh well.
Yeah, like you can tell. People can simply tell that, or they're supposed to be able to, but we're so scared of being labeled schizophrenic or something for being more in tune with pheromones.
Yeah. Well.
That's why they get their children do it at the family dances when the kids should not be there.
No.
Because that's all pheromones and shit. And then they wake up, or the next day they wake up and the kids in the bedroom. Because the parent left the Cinemax show on. And so they wonder why this is all happening. Because you didn't teach them. Like you had all this stuff and you decided to punish them for pooping somewhere instead of finding out why that happened. Like you're raising them as dogs.
Yeah, I guess. You kind of.
Instead of teaching them how to learn by 10 years old and then simply giving them access to everything. But watching them, don't get me wrong, but making sure they're not fighting. Like, making sure, if they, like in Texas, it's legal to fight. But you have to make sure the police are watching, or maybe not watching, but know about it and not go overboard. So but then it's so people can like, okay, well let's box because it's gonna make us better in the militia if we have to.
You think so?
Consent and moderation. Because that's like in the grade school, there's bullies because they want to fight, but they want to do it in a way they can't lose, or they do it in a way they can.
Right.
But if they learn that, okay, y'all can fight, but y'all got to teach each other how to do it first, so that you got to handicap each other. So like you find out what this person knows that this person doesn't, or and vice versa, so they
Yeah.
don't hurt each other. In the process, talk to them and have them talk to you, and then talk to each other about what's going on. So the fight becomes exercise.
Hmm.
And so when people are playing football, they're not trying to break each other's legs.
Oh yeah, and they do that.
Because they do that, and because they can get away with it, and they say oops, or like my dad who killed somebody, and they say, well, it's an accident. No, it's negligence. There's a difference, and he does need to serve some time for it.
Yeah. A little bit.
I'm assuming he was probably with the female and doing stuff and not paying attention, or he was having his music too loud and not paying attention, and then he ran somebody. Or I'm thinking he did it intentionally and said it was an accident. Because any of those three options, and that's what's causing him the shame of trying to talk to about me, because he knows I'll ask follow-up questions. I won't let him get away with it. I was driving, I hit somebody. That's it. At the end, no, you need to have somebody. Let's talk about this correctly. Tell me what happened, because it's going to prevent me from killing my daughter. Because I don't know all your proclivities. And like I don't have issues with talking to people, but if there's any sort of disconnect with language, that's what like I make sure that cats have exits and stuff. Because like rather than you like we get into a fight because the cat will do damage, and like that's why I don't really fear big animals. Because like yeah, you can do some damage to me, you'll probably finish, but you're not gonna be able to eat right ever again. Like I'm gonna fuck you up. But then it's also when an animal's barking at you and you get scared, their thinking is, "What have you done to me to be scared of?"
Well, yeah, like
it's really what have you done to me or my family?
Yeah, if a couple, you know, whatever the situation, if you freaking if you hurt them or if they hurt you and you retaliate, oh god, I don't know where you're going with that.
It was with couples.
Wait, say what you said.
And you don't want to get them in trouble. You're always committing assault, even though if you're defending yourself and in those times they shouldn't be staying together, but they should be able to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And this whole like in Colorado, they go, you can't talk to each other. Well, no, we need to talk to each other with supervision. With in an actual supervision that's trying to help us, not trying to make money off of us by making it worse. We kept trying to use our personal therapists, and we should have had our personal therapists there together, like with us, like
everybody knows everything, yeah.
And that's like, well, he's not mad at her, like you said. Well, you must be really angry. No, yeah, I'm angry, but not at her. And that's the part that's the issue. He's mad at me. No, he's mad at the issue that they're trying to get your opinion about, and you're trying to say he's mad at you. Because you don't want to give them any help. I've noticed a big pattern, and I appreciate that's why I try to not be mean to people, but I also try to set boundaries with people when I know I can learn good things from them.
Yeah.
Like specifically what you said earlier, but I will remember what it comes up in. But with the pee thing, like I was only saying the farts, but yeah, that was one. But there was another big one where you had said the pets thing, how because that may be the difference. That person having the responsibility gets them to also do stuff like because some people say that once we got them to have to walk the dog, it also got them walking.
Right.
And them walking gets their appetite going.
Yeah.
Then you have to make sure they still walk the dog, because then if they stop walking the dog, doesn't mean they don't need the dog. It means that you got to get them to do it again and find out, like, go talk to them because they're having a down day.
Yeah, exactly.
These roller coasters would suck if they were a flat line, right? They'd be a carousel. Which carousels don't suck, but carousels aren't roller coasters.
They just go round.
Yeah, but that's what a roller coaster would be if it didn't have ups and downs.
Just be.
And I can also tell the difference of pushing like in different spots versus actually, so that's why I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was like, you can't.
No, because it looked different. Like it didn't look like the same thing. Like you're actually looking for a hair. Because I'll do that.
And you feel something, and you're like, oh, and you just can't get it, and then.
That's why I'm leaving this. Like even my ears, I'm trying to. I'll catch myself on this. Nope. This is my pull side. Because these ears, I'll pull the hairs still. I'm trying to get better at it. And I'm trying to see, because I saw a guy and he had hairs, and I thought that was so cool because it'll keep the dirt out of your ears.
My dad did. My dad never shaved that, and
his wasn't like nose hairs though. His had like right down here,
just like little fine fur,
like little, like it was amazing.
Crazy.
And I hope that he never got made fun of that, because it's a fucking Fantastic. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, I was thinking about the hair. Got it. Yeah, I started getting them too many. Because the brain, like they say, well, that's a sign of middle. No, it's a sign we had a short-term to long memory dump.
Yeah.
So breathe for a
And you
moment.
don't know.
It was a lot of
Like, it's hard on other people when you forget something, but it's also hard on the people that have forgotten, because you should know, and you just.
That's when dementia causes like the aggression a lot of times because they're so scared of how did we get here? Who are you?
Yeah, or I can't get this done, and then I should be able to. Or
that comes down to being taught not being aggressive in school though. Like your first instinct shouldn't be to fight.
right.
It should be to find out more. And so if it's to get closer to somebody, I'm helping you. No, you're not. You're not like you're attacking them like this. Oh, but I'm helping you. No, because you're getting loud too, and you're also
right.
The guy said my light wasn't bright enough. He's like I'm riding on division.
Oh, yeah.
Your light's not bright. And he said something. And he's like, I'm trying to help you. If you're trying to help me, why are you getting so mad?
Yeah.
Like, why are you? Whoa! I'm not trying to. Nothing I said was trying to say that you're wrong. I simply was trying to not say that I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, eventually I would have said, well, hey, you got a light for me to use? Like, that was going to be the next thing. Because that would have let him know I'm not against you, but also he might not have taken it that way. But that still lets him know I'm not against the idea, but I simply can't afford it.
And everybody here, I feel like it's defensive. Like if you tell them something about themselves or whatever, or you argue with they are so the first thing is to get mad, and then you get mad, and then
if they can get mad at you and cause something to get you punished, then they can disregard everything you try to help them with.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't help, it was attack. And that's why it's difficult, but then that's why it's also, you gotta give them a free punch every time. It sucks. But it's also why I'm learning to, and they're gonna punch me, I'm gonna like lean slightly, so they're not gonna hit they're gonna like jab my nose, so it's gonna get a little blood, but they're not gonna break it, and they're gonna hit this, and it hurt, like it's gonna hurt them, so but it'll be jarring. I'm getting better at that.
Yeah.
Do you use the playground at all, like those spin things on the playground? I'm starting to use that to try to, because it makes you dizzy. Like the first time you get on it, you might not even spin it, but they're made to spin around.
Oh, I haven't used
but you have to hold on to it too, and it's impressive because if you're going, you gotta be. And so you're working all these muscles, but you're also once you're done, you've got to either sit down or hang on.
Yeah.
Because you're disoriented and you'll end up hitting yourself. That doesn't mean they need to be changed. It simply means you got to know, sit down. But that'll help you later on when you're older, because when you start getting into the thinner bloods and stuff, and the adrenaline or something, the heat response, and you need to sit down, you'll make that habit.
Oh, I do.
And you won't fight the urge and think you can. No, you've learned the habit.
That it's okay.
But then you also, because this isn't all of it, because once you get to this point, you've still got to do some stuff, I think. I haven't learned what yet, but
probably a cleanse or something.
Well, no, like to make sure you survive this moment.
Yeah.
Because like in the next few seconds, you might get stuck or pass out, and so you. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You got to. I don't know if you need to have your knees up, if that'll help, or if you have your knees done. So that's stuff I'm trying to find out by telling people what I know. They can tell me what they know, and then eventually. Right. That's what they're scared of, because doctors aren't worth shit. Doctors are a fucking normal job.
They like to.
Janitors after a year can do they'll know almost everything the doctor does in a day.
Really?
But they might not be surgeons, but that's okay. Again, like I said, once we start bullying each other, we won't be surgeons. Like whenever you notice something, like an honest doctor won't ever have a malpractice case, because they'll know, like, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to do this yet.
Or to say that is hard,
And they'll say this is an experimental procedures type stuff too. But then also when they say oops, they'll immediately know, okay, we need to make sure we do this right by this person. They won't be. I'm trying to get away with something so insurance doesn't stop. Like we're run by insurance.
Like fraud, basically.
My alleged parents refused to take me to the hospital or medication too often because they would lose their job because insurance prices would go up. what he had said at one
Oh,
point.
because you were on their
And
insurance.
so if
Okay.
they took me to the doctor too much, they wouldn't be able to take the other two enough. And so they got we got mixed like the mixed stuff. Like it's weird and mixed up. They raised us similar but different.
Different,
like,
yeah.
Similar whenever we're in the room together, but completely different when we're away from each other.
Yeah.
And it's bad actually. He's in a church and the church person's not even talking to me now because he said something and I'm trying to get. But the guy could smell because I told the church to stop accepting his donations because he's in debt. And so rather than say, okay, yeah, that's actually a good idea. We need to get him out of debt first,
and then do it.
He's got no 10% to give. It's going.
You can't get blood out of a turnip, kind of thing.
I mean, if that's I need to catch that because they might understand that.
That's what we say around here. You can't get blood out of a turnip.
My parents gave me a book of Texas colloquialisms that I want to read, but then I also don't want to read because it'll try to let them say, "See, you're from Texas." No, I'm from the uterus.
The uterus.
When they ask what my race is, I check other and I write human.
Oh.
When they ask what my ethnicity is, I make a little box and I put not racist.
Are you serious? That's funny. Yeah, I kind of thought about that too. That why are you asking this question?
The only time those questions matter is with medicine, medication, medicine. The only time, healthcare, mental health care. That's the only time. And the only time, the reason it matters for mental health care, I think, is because it's simply physiological differences slightly. But then, even then, I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. But then that's also why that we got to keep the races pure because it's all different experimentation, and so that way they can try to make a virus to kill one people and all
that.
No, that's good. Once you collect that, once you are successful in this virus, 100,000 years later from now, 10 years, 10 to 1,000 years later, your species, everything's dead because you killed off the genetic stuff preventing you from fucking use. Noah was not Noah is missing a lot of information in the story because like only 4 couples. No, we're gonna like. No wonder they're scared of us being schizophrenic because they think we're one fuck away from us.
Yeah, or postal.
Yeah, like because I don't know. It doesn't seem like we would all come from.
I hate when they start treating you different just because they know that you're that way.
Or they can get away with it.
You know what I mean?
My
they do that a lot.
My family liked when I had the schizophrenic diagnosis because if I started asking questions about past, like say, hey, it's time to talk about this now.
Oh, that never happened.
You're being schizophrenic.
That never happened. Yeah.
I talked about whenever we started getting our baby teeth pulled. If they found out they were loose to all the parents, they would hold us down and pull that shit out. It's like all you had to do is wait.
Yeah.
That part where we're scared about other teeth coming in, you'll know. Like there won't be a grinding sound. Like the person with the teeth will be able to feel that.
It will push that shit out. Yeah.
And then and it's also if you give it 2 more days, you won't have to get the washcloth to rip it out. And I can continue to if I think on it too much, I'll feel that ripping. But then when I asked them about, so why did you have to hold us down to do it if it was the right thing to do? Why did it take 3 of you for a kid? Well, that's not the story any of us will say.
Yeah.
And that was about 4 years ago when she said that, and that has woken me up to a lot of things.
Really?
Like that Eleanor Oliphant book is completely fine. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. Her mom was raising her this one way, and it showed her life of how she is. But she actually has a job, mostly successful. But she's doesn't talk the same because she's trying to get everything exact, and she's trying to date somebody. And by dating him, she's trying to get information about his house, and she's making plans to sneak into his house because that's how you get to know somebody.
What the fuck?
Because she doesn't know what's wrong yet. Like that's the difference of all these people going to work and letting the kids.
No,
we weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons, but we should have watched The Simpsons as a family. Yeah. They could say this isn't what they mean by that.
Yeah.
They're drawing attention to how this happens.
Explain it.
And then when I asked, how do you vote? We're not going to tell you what we vote. No, how do I vote? We're not going to tell you what we vote.
Go up there and.
Or who we vote for. It's like, how do I vote? We're not going to tell you who we vote for. No, how do I vote? I'm not going to tell you who. How do I get a house? I'm not going to give you a loan. I'm not asking for money. I'm not saying you have a house. If your way is right, I need a mortgage. I cannot work to. I told you I was going to we'll work for a mortgage and insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Before I put the Want to seal it?
That's funny.
Vote for Joshua King. Will work for a mortgage. Joshua D. King. We
Oh
can try to get
yeah.
all the Joshua Kings to run for president at the same time. Joshua King, Joshua King.
How many are there?
There was 20 of us on Facebook 10 years ago. I don't know, printed everybody for at one point. Because I was trying to get us all together. Then there's like, if you go for like Jason King, you know, that'll get you another 20 or so. And I met myself, Joshua D. King, in Colorado at court one day.
Mm-hmm.
It was his court day. He wasn't as excited about it as I was. And then my brother, so I say June 24th for my birthday, June 24th, 83. And I looked up February 24th, 83, Joshua King, see if any of them exist. Because people kept saying February, because June 2.
I don't know how
like
that.
2, yeah. June.
I guess so.
Yeah.
June.
So then I started saying 6/24, June 24. But so I look up, and my brother's in like Waco or Killeen, and there's a Joshua D. King February 83, Killeen or Waco, the same
so
town.
It's like exactly you.
It's weird, yeah. It's not me, but it's still like.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
Within a fucking 6 months. And so I'm like, have you met me yet? I messaged him a few years ago. Hey, have you met me yet? What?
Have you met me yet?
Have you met that kid?
And sometimes, yeah.
But he hasn't yet. But I'm hoping he does one day. And I'm hoping because that puts it in his head, like every time somebody says Joshua King, bro, what? No, bro, this is my bro. Oh, you're not my bro, bro.
Yeah.
Still neighbors though. I don't like when people say brother and sister in Christ instead of neighbor, because they're trying to be gender specific and they're trying to be sexist.
It's true though.
It's
We're
fucked
all related.
But it's still okay. That's a good point. I do like that about it a lot, except for the part that they're trying to disassociate people from having sex after a certain point. I don't like that. Because sex is a good exercise. If you're not having sex, then you're gonna not be successful in your work. Right. You're not doing. Then some people they don't need to, I guess, for their certain pilgrimage maybe. But then it's consent and moderation. It comes back to consent and moderation. Right. And like, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to think of how to word this. Go ahead, keep talking.
I was basically paused too.
So I'm trying to adopt another, something. Like.
Why?
Because it's the right thing to do. Like,
what?
Live and let live. Live and let live.
Do you have a place to exist?
No.
So why
no,
did you
but I have
anything
somewhere yet? That I could stay, I think. Maybe I could.
Okay, so rather than wait and chance it, why not get it for sure? So the thing you're adopting isn't negative from the start. Wait, although you're surviving, so it may be okay to like adopt and run like a. Because homeless people exist. What?
Trade me. This one's. I think it's dead.
Oh.
I flipped it. I can't tell. I didn't see a light.
If you hit it 5 times, it turns off.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. And let go before you. Let go of the button before you hold the.
Yeah.
It's okay. It takes practice, but then once you do it, you'll notice that these will stop clogging as much, and they will last a little bit longer. Because that little bit, every like 3 of those is a full good hit, and so that's. Like if it lasts you 3 weeks, it's gonna last you a month after that. Yeah. Not. I mean, but yeah. And then if you take the top off, you can refill them. And me and Tayo found that out. Some good things there. He found some good things about that.
What?
Yeah. But with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
But then smoking that stuff is so bad because you can eat it and then you're good.
Forever.
Longer until you need to sleep again.
I have to sleep every night.
That's what.
I cannot do. I can't.
Benders. I can do them, but that's the thing because once I get to like. Between 45 hours and further, 42 and about 45, 48 for certain.
You feel worse.
I'll get a blackout, and the
day before is gone.
It's all the stuff that like my blackout stuff is strong because it's not trying to not hurt people.
Oh yeah.
and so it will walk through a wall. I mean, maybe not these walls because of the siding on the outside, but then like that wall, because it's paper. It's basically paper with a
Paper,
little bit of,
yeah. It is.
as
I
long as you don't
agree
hit
with
the
that.
stud. That I got pull a knife on me in a room, and then I see his friend come out the door, so I back up to the wall because it's a apartment behind him, and I knew I could elbow my way through it and have extra witnesses or
Who?
an extra escape.
Who did that?
Jeremy Long. He was upset because I said, so you're ignorant or stop being ignorant, and that's all it took. And he got, because he was a meth dealer, so he was on too much, and so I didn't get to the point where I could tell him that you can start moderating your dose by doing different things, by not smoking it for one.
True.
Ooh, it's smoking because it's in the shooting because they make that really strong thing, but then your body's got such a nice level, and
Right.
it doesn't feel like a nice level.
Yeah.
Did you ever try DXM or dextromorphan or something like cough syrup stuff?
Oh yeah, I guess
Okay.
I probably have.
It's if you take like the right amount, you're like feeling good, and things are like
Okay,
and
yeah.
stuff. But then if you take a little bit like too little, you're pissed off because you didn't like
It's a tease.
something's not
a
right.
tease
Yeah.
or something.
If
Yeah.
you take a little bit too much, too a lot, you end up like cussing at God and shit. It's not.
Yeah, I've done
It's
that.
not unpleasant because you need it sometimes. You need to have a good, thorough discussion in a way that you shouldn't have to get so chemically high, so chemically uninhibited because you're scared of your neighbors putting you into a psychiatric facility though, because it's your like this is
what?
Because like yeah, they get scared if you if just give them some space for a moment, make sure they don't bite their tongue. That's we can't get close. Okay, well then they're fine enough.
You can't get close.
Yeah, well, you don't need to get close to them. Simply observe them. If things start going awry, call something like but not the police, the emergency responders.
Yeah.
It should like the fire department kind of double for that in some cases, but not around here because they're too close to the police. And in other cases, police are more close to the ambulance.
So, is our police like? No, they're being taken over by Lubbock, right?
I don't know what's happening, but I know that they are going. I've reported them federally, and I encourage everyone else to do the same as they come across regions to do as such. You search for how to file a complaint against the police department federally, and there's a website for it. Like it's civilrights.justice.gov.
Do you think that you being able to, or you doing that making a complaint, do you think they bothered you more because of that?
I am.
Because
Okay, yes and no. I think they're more willing to side with one person if they're going to get me in trouble because of it.
Oh, gotcha.
But then it doesn't feel like they're actively seeking ish because like they tried to give me a ticket for running the stop sign with the cycle and there was no traffic around.
I got stopped and got a ticket for walking on the wrong side of the road.
I always walk on the wrong side of the road.
And
I don't walk. I walk against traffic, right?
They didn't.
Yeah. You can't. Okay, so the only rule about the jaywalking for that is wait, give me a moment to finish.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, because I'm not trying to say you did wrong. The only rule that I know about that issue, actually being an issue, is if you're in a crosswalk, you've got to cross on the correct side.
Oh yeah,
that's the only issue. You're on the side of the road. That's no issue.
Yeah,
and also, if there's no sidewalk and no bike path or it's also nothing they can do about that. You've got to exist.
Yeah. Well, they gave Rico a ticket for
Sorry, I got loud. I'm trying to aim it that way because I feel like getting loud. You get for a bike.
I'm learning how to get used to it.
Okay, but also you don't have to get used to it. Let me know because it's like the same thing as this for me.
Oh, okay.
And if you hear me getting louder, like you can do like a type thing. Because it lets me know, like
what? Yeah.
Like
signals you.
Well, yeah. So that way I'm like, okay, I am getting louder. Instead of me having to aim the loudness, I'll actually learn to not get loud.
See, I need to learn to do that. Okay. Instead of getting mad.
All of us are eventually learning how to do that. Yeah. Is what I'm hoping. Like you've seen Pay It with the kid doing the. It might be Pay It Forward.
Is it?
It wasn't Pay It Forward. It was like the three. How he
I wouldn't remember it anyway. You know what? I think it's weird what I remember and what I don't remember. And why is it that way?
Haley Joel Osment, pay it forward. Oh, it is pay it forward. Yeah, where he does 3 good things and then expects it, like instead of getting payment from them for it, he says, yeah, pay it forward. Or do 3. Because then and start doing those 3 things, you realize this is not just clue. Why is there a Thanksgiving Day? Why is there a New Year's Day? Every day is New Year's. Every day you're thankful.
Well, yeah, you gotta be thankful.
And then the Thanksgiving, though, is to celebrate the Native
what
Americans
happened,
getting screwed over. And they don't want to be honest about that. Say,
but
no. It's about
really about them coming together.
I can't treat it as that, though. I can't treat it as that anymore. Because Thanksgiving is you got to be thankful for that moment when we were cooperating with the natives before we screwed them over. That is not correct.
Well, okay.
You either got to be fully honest about what Thanksgiving is for. It's like Thanksgiving's for, and in which case, yeah, I'll participate that as long as you stop. Like you realize that this is an effort to get it fixed, not to continue celebrating its existence, because it's an ongoing crime. There is no statutes of limitations. The Native Americans have a right to this country. This isn't our country.
I don't think so either.
The competency hearing, like the people that have that are here with this land that have no concept of ownership of land, cannot get into land transactions legally.
Really?
That is legally they cannot.
So they need to learn about it.
That you have to teach them about it, and then in teaching them about it, they'll have told you, okay, well we can designate this amount for these actions, and they'll have also had their say in all the segregation, or whether they're not going to happen, and then even why do you need this? Do it this way instead. Like have 3-story houses everywhere instead of skyscrapers and shit that we can't afford in the first place. That's why there's no new buildings. Like there's not hardly any new buildings. Or there one. Sorry.
I don't know what I think about this movie.
In that cases where you want to talk, you keep talking, and then I'll finish my talking, and that lets me know. It also works on you learn to keep talking whenever you need to say something.
Yeah.
It learns for other people to learn how to let other people speak.
Yeah, and
because we all have to take turns, especially, but also. It's with great power comes great responsibility. You got to keep it checked, don't interrupt so often. If it's something that, so for me, for that to help prevent, if it's something that I've rehearsed before and I know I'll be able to remember, I can wait a moment. I'll do like okay, and make the whole like I got something to contribute comment. I don't usually raise my hand, but until something better, it does work. Most people know what you mean.
The Bible.
What?
I was saying.
No, what'd you say? If you didn't want to say it,
the Bible.
Okay.
Bible.
Yeah. So what about it?
You know, like what is it?
Oh, the hand on the Bible.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came.
And that's also the thing. That does not make them be honest. That does not biblically make them anything.
No,
and people have learned that. That's why justice no longer works currently.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you've got bad whatever, you know, and it makes the situation worse. Whose dog is that? He said, "Whoa, hi."
Oh, that puppy is it the puppy?
It's
husky looking puppy.
Big dog. It's a guy. I think it's a boy.
Yeah, they've been drinking the fuck out of that water. Yeah, they run around and stuff. It's cool. Usually the dogs are black, but I guess they get accustomed. I liked New Mexico because they had community dogs. Like nobody was calling the puppy to get him or the pound to get him killed.
Yeah.
And then they realized we don't need dogs. We can simply feed these around here. And then we got free fertilizer. If we don't punish them for shitting on your eye, we can make compost with it or sprinkle some cat clay on it.
Ew.
Why ew?
It's gross.
Why? Composting toilets don't require water.
Cat what?
Clay. The litter box stuff.
Oh, what? Yeah. Well, I can't say nothing.
It's not gross. It's messy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's okay. You think it's gross
I know where it comes from. Yeah.
Rich people want you to think it's gross.
Yeah.
So that way you do your chores for them to keep
control.
That's why they sell the dry wipes and try to focus on dry wipes being the way. It's because you still need the shower and stuff whenever you. Dry wipes can be good for the first, but then you still need to do the wet thing.
Yeah, you got
it. The flushable.
Wow.
I do that more. But then you also, in doing the flushable thing, you realize you don't smell like this all the time, and then that helps you know, okay, I need to be
Do
wiping
that.
this better, or I need to
Yeah.
do this better sometimes.
I've been getting freaking bladder infections real bad lately. I just got off antibiotics for it. Like,
Okay.
I don't know why. Process of elimination, man.
Not traveling with your mate. Always gonna be, because that's why they also separate men and white. Like, so there's this line. Are you familiar with the Anchorman?
Yes.
Like bear, like menstruation track bears. Got me thinking, does it? And why would it not? Like, I mean, because it's blood and stuff. Yeah. Like, so it seems like, so these guys going hunting, like, every weekend to get away and stuff. If they would have taken their women with them that specific weekend, they catch 5 times as many bears that one weekend as in all of them. And so I think we've been getting misinformation, because that's why they're trying to separate us, because it makes unhappiness, because it allows for everybody to get raped. Like, both
Or
infidelity and shit,
to go on,
adding more and more
different-
temptation
yeah.
rather than helping reduce it, because they want to keep making people happy to keep catching crime rather than stopping it.
And then they wouldn't have a job.
Because they wouldn't have a job. They would have to find other ways to look busy.
They are capitalizing on everything.
They currently are surviving the best way they know how.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have this stuff without capitalism in a way.
Well, yeah, but it is that.
But we would have it with capitalism or without capitalism, so long as we weren't being persecuted so much. Like, oh, if you do this different, it's always this. Why?
Yes.
Because some people will use it for this. Okay, so then this isn't the problem. That's the problem. It's okay.
The live and let live concept is in there to just
Live and let live is good.
Right, because if you
but live and help live is what I think.
Well, yeah, but
I don't think live and let live is sufficient.
Or pick your battles, even.
So I got told that comment. It's like, that's easy. I'm gonna pick them all.
No, it's like
that's why that Saving Me song by Nickelback.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the video for it?
No.
Oh, it's a beautiful video. If you get a chance to watch it, this guy gets saved. Like somebody saves him from an accident.
Oh wow.
And then like before it happens, this guy's looking and he's like this on people, and then this guy's like, what's going on? And he ends up getting distracted, which kind of, don't think too much about that, because it's like, well, he called it whatever. But when he gets his life saved, so now his life is longer than it should have been. He starts seeing all these saved stuff on people. And it's like, ooh. And then there's a website, worldometer.com or worldometers like info, but it's like speedometer. And I specifically looked up, it's a gauge of the world. Like, they've got the math done to where every so many seconds people are being born, people are being dying. And I looked at it and I started crying one day, because like, there's so many people, somebody died right then. Like, without a doubt. It's not this.
Yeah.
The math isn't like that person died wasn't registered on the website, but it's simply saying the math. Like, there's so much happening, so much. So then I want to get that number stopped, like, completely. Because that's why people are living how we do too, is because they don't treat life as valuable. So when life is valuable and there is no death, cooperation reigns supreme.
Right.
Consent, moderation.
Population control too. Then.
That's what they like, rather than. And so that's also a thing. You don't need to be having 12 kids if you don't have space for it. You like 2 is good, because that combines your stuff, and then for the next people 3. I don't know how much is good. I don't know. I'm not for one thing. My part in the process is way too easy for me to get a large, like, to get a full like half section. I think and vote on that one for certain things, of course. And then with the bypass and the vasectomy, you can take the stuff out and then add it into the condom itself. So then the non-alcoholic beer that you were shooting from the vasectomy is now alcoholic again. That will also work with people with low motility or like low sperm count. So
what?
Yeah, but then we don't teach that, or we don't show that in medication, because they'd rather reverse a vasectomy, because that costs thousands of dollars. Bypassing will cost a syringe and a condom, maybe an analgesic. But I'm worried about the analgesic, because it may slow like numb the sperm or something in some way, or like double down.
I
And
kind
then,
of see that. I see
but
it
then,
numbing it.
and if the syringe doesn't hurt that much, it will be better to not do that. And then like, it hurt too much. Okay, think about it though, because 9 months later, that your partner's gonna be like, you remember that time you got stuck in it was sore for 2 days? Do you really think it's too much, or are you gonna go squeeze an orange out your a watermelon out your butthole?
No.
I want to make sure that we don't, because the pain chart. I finally saw a picture like this is what you should kind of see when you see the pain chart. Getting too distracted. I forgot where to put my phone already again. No, it's back over here. It's good because I keep it in certain places, so I don't have to look too many places.
Yeah.
But then as I get to the last of those places, I start getting, the sky's falling.
Flying? Yeah. Anxious. Anxious.
I forgot what I was. Pay it forward. About something. Oh, the tin thing. Because then I started also trying to connect the dots from where I was lost from, but why I was needed from the first place.
Right.
Sometimes
you lose it.
And then, since the Facebook to show the link, I don't really have to remember. I can simply scroll down. But that's not always something to rely on. Is it bright enough?
Yeah.
Okay. That helps it. And I'm not saying that's the specific one everyone's going to be using, but that's a good general purpose one for me.
Yeah.
Because I get embarrassed when they ask, because I've never given birth. So I'm like, I don't want to say like more than a 7 or 8 because I don't know how a female would say for birth. Because I definitely am not going to say higher than that because that's dumb. I mean, it's not dumb. It's not that pain. Like but it does hurt. And so now, yeah, I'm not crying, but I was earlier.
Yeah. You were?
No.
Oh.
Like I had my spine. I was walking to Pueblo. This is about 6 years after the car. I got thrown off a truck for. It was a big thing. It was funny.
What?
I pulled up and knocked, and like you got to use your turn signal in America. He shrugged his shoulders, rolled up his window, and before he took off, I moved his mirror, bent it. So it's one of those F-150s or it was like a 250 or 450 something. It was a big one, and he didn't know his mirror could do that. And so I'm driving, and I drive off, and I see him behind me, and I found out one of my neighbors that I felt responsible for because he's like 60, and I should have gotten to smoke less cigarettes and stuff and do less alcohol.
But
and if I had stayed in New Mexico, but I still, in that moment, if I had stayed in New Mexico where I should have been, I fell for the second house. Like I was warned, don't fall for the second house. And I had the nice house in New Mexico, but it kept getting robbed. But that was okay. They had run out of stuff to steal, and I needed the floor to be removed at some point. Anyways, I was actively like thankful for that. Like it was funny. They ran out of shit to steal, but I wouldn't survive without my heater, and so if I came back with my kid one day expecting the heater to be there and it wasn't there and we both died, that would suck.
Yeah.
And so I needed to explain to them I needed to stop leaving my door locked, I think, but I also needed for them to make the comment, can we use your place when you're not here? And then, because rather than say that though, they simply like broke my shit. And if they would have used it for their shit, then I would have established, okay, at least they're cleaning up and stuff like that. But no, it's always, it's not ours. We don't fucking care.
They don't have respect for it.
It's you got to pick your shit up after at McDonald's, and none of the people say no, you don't have to.
I hate when somebody throws something down.
I'm giving people jobs. I hate that comment.
Why?
I fucking hate that.
Why do you hate that?
Are you so unable to wipe your own ass that you need to pay someone to do it now when you can wipe your own ass?
Well,
but there's not going to be enough available for the people who can't wipe their own ass. That is a disgusting comment. Shameful.
Right.
It's fucking, because to think, every time somebody says it, what were they doing right before they did it? Right before they said that comment? Something they know they shouldn't do. Every time.
Probably.
I mean, until I'm proven wrong. Like, do you have any example of when somebody said that comment? Like, I'm giving somebody jobs?
I
Like
do,
the
but
Hoover Dam type stuff. I don't mean that comment.
Yeah.
Like we're doing this to give people jobs. In that case, it needs to be we're doing this to give people necessary jobs.
Okay.
And necessary jobs is equal paying job.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a judge that gets paid 10 times more than the people who are getting retired, they're not a good judge. A judge that gets paid 10% more than the people who are retired, maybe.
Yeah.
But even then, why? Why do
That's
they
what I was just gonna say.
Why? They're still necessary. The people are necessary. Like they've always been.
And they work enough hours. They don't need to.
Why you? And your stuff's all paid for. Like you've got a house. These people don't even have houses. They're paying rent to your fucking relatives.
I don't
Sorry.
know. I didn't.
Not all. I'm assuming the relatives part, but I'm saying that for they're paying rent to your cohorts as a better word because that doesn't imply relativity, but it does show expletive.
But maybe behind my back too, like.
It's also showing, the cohorts is not a good word. Like, it doesn't have. It's not a bad word, but it usually has a negative connotation.
Yeah, they all take turns taking. I think because
they don't have to. They've all got in the cartel. Like by regulating how much is allowed, they control how many prices and stuff. And by investing all this stuff ahead of time, they get it for free. And a profit they don't deserve. Investing removes the value of work from the worker.
Really?
The civilian access to investments removes the value of work from the worker. That is for the government to do. Is it the police?
Yes.
Close the door.
I'm not.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck, are they driving by?
Yeah, they were going real slow. I don't know. I don't.
But they might be driving by to actually start doing things about sound and stuff and not be bullied.
Well, they don't like me.
Shoes though. It was not an excuse to.
I was gonna go out the back door.
Oh, fair enough. But then take the shoes off the carpet, put the shoes back on. Or and I do that myself, so I'm not judging. Like that's not a.
I'm not afraid of them. It's just I can't.
I'm fucking afraid of what they're gonna do from their stupidity. Like there's not enough of us to take care of this correctly, so we're gonna put somebody in jail. At that point, you call Lubbock and say, "Hey, Lubbock, take care of some stuff for us because we need an extra person." That's all you've got to do, and then all that shows, and it gets noted in the cost of things correctly. Mm-hmm. That's part of the correct census of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, nobody does. That's because we don't do it. Like they don't want us to because it will work better, and it will start showing how jail is not working. Because it's going to start giving accurate representation of numbers. That's why they don't stop people for, they don't punish people as much for drunk driving, really, unless if they know you, because that helps keep the numbers down. It's a way to money launder. Not money launder, but it's like if they don't report that alcohol is a bad thing, then they can still punish everything else.
Right. I got you. Yeah. What the hell is that?
Don't worry about it.
Bug. Right here.
Bug. It's a neighbor. That's a neighbor. It's a neighbor. It's a fly neighbor. I can see it too. You ever try to watch a fly though? It's really hard.
Yeah.
Because they know when they're in your blind spot. So don't discredit my neighbor there. I mean, yes, they might be an insect or bug-ish or something, but they're still a neighbor. They're not trying to hurt. They're trying to live, and this is simply on their way to getting where they need to be. But a fucking bee will come in. Now hear that? I gotta let somebody out.
Oh, I hate the bees.
Why? Without bees, you wouldn't be here.
They get on my ear, and it's
not like
I really hate them. It's just God. They get on my ear.
Okay, so something you might not know is that buzz that they make is a choice. They're not. They're letting you hear that. Try to think about that next time you hear one of those buzzes. They're doing that for a reason. Like it's like the cat, how they don't meow at other things. Those are specific human shits to let them know that hey, you're different, and we're letting you know we know that, and so will you please stop killing us as inferiors? Yeah. That's all. It's everything is trying to do is to get humans to stop killing things.
Yeah.
Because then all this stuff gets to learn how to stop killing. Like because there's better ways to do stuff.
Yeah.
And all that hateful, that's gross. We would not exist without bees.
If you didn't help
But then, yeah, thanks for letting me know more of why it frustrates you, because hopefully by letting me know that sound is that's they're
There's
choosing to
something
do
good.
that.
Yeah.
It's not always good, mind you, because it could be like you're walking into our swarm, so you gotta. But then
Gotcha.
by acknowledging that buzz means something, you can now start to learn what different buzzes means.
Mm.
That's why the whole we punish people for being different, racist ruin everything, including especially reproduction.
Yeah. When somebody's, or it's mostly
So we what?
African American, they say,
When somebody does what?
they start dropping that, like they're being picked on or whatever,
When
like
somebody is being picked on.
no, it's a certain group. They're
When
always
somebody's
like,
being
oh,
picked on.
the white man did this, or it's
When somebody's try to actually say their story though, because you haven't actually said anything. You're simply trying to be hateful about something.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm trying to let you know how it appears from.
Yeah,
from the
no,
outside.
I wasn't.
So what are you trying
I'm
to say?
really
Though?
aggressive, I guess.
Okay, but what are you trying to say? So some people are getting picked on.
So
saying
like
they're getting picked on.
Okay, when they say the comment, like in a situation, say you didn't hire them or something. Oh, it's because I'm,
You didn't hurt them.
Hire them. Yeah,
Okay.
say you didn't hire them, and they're like, oh, it's because I'm.
Well, that's.
But I tell them all the time. I don't put them down, but I do tell them. I'm like, who's that?
No. We don't honk around here.
I don't know who that is. Oh, there's a guy out there.
Is this an emergency? Why don't you honk if it's not an emergency, please? Don't do that, please. Please don't honk if it's not an emergency. You can work that belly off if you'll walk to knock on the door.
Hey.
He doesn't have to honk. You're welcome. I'm doing him a favor. And will you let him know about washing his teeth, please? He needs to go to a dentist. Stop. Hey, he honks. He honks, man. Don't yell at me, because I'm trying to let him know this is why you don't honk at everybody. And he's also got a bad attitude, sir. You're trying to threaten me. Don't do that. Then that's why you don't honk at people. Hey, you got my attention. I would not have come out here if you wouldn't have got my attention.
Be the bigger person. Be the bigger person.
Sir, you raised this person. You really think he needs to behave this way, sir? Why? Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset?
What the fuck? Don't call me a whore.
You need to learn that when you tell people to do things, don't do them. Why are you so upset, though?
What the hell is going on?
Get in the house, man. Sir, get off.
I don't.
Get in the house.
It's not.
Don't tell me things to do. I'm doing fine. Well, then I'm on my steps. Then I'm gonna stand out here and blow my horn. Okay, then you do that. I will. If that makes you feel better. I'm glad you're walking more. And you need to get him to the dentist. You know he needs to be at the dentist, right? You know that. That's shame on you. That is shame on you. You know he needs to go to the dentist.
Are you drunk?
What?
Are you drunk?
Who?
Oh my
God.
God.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have to pay for that. That makes you a rapist.
What is wrong with y'all?
That's what I'm saying. Why does that make you feel better? You're making a big, this weird thing.
Okay.
It's an emergency horn. Why is this an emergency to you? Does this make you feel better? Don't point at me. You're threatening me now. Why are you doing that? My screen's recording all this, by the way. Okay, you should care, because you're behaving poorly. You need to get your kid to the dentist, and they'll tell you why you should have gone to the dentist sooner. When he gets to the dentist, and they'll tell him why you shouldn't have got there sooner, you get a thank me. You need to thank me, sir. You need to say thank you more often. You need to say thank you more often. You're welcome.
I'll be back in a minute.
You should take your stuff with you.
Why?
Because you said you're going to, so do it. Y'all need to start keeping your word.
Okay. Okay. There.
Good.
I'll put that.
Here's your jacket. Here's your jacket.
Oh my God.
Stopping this recording.